Hi everybody, this is Irene from BrainStormAcres, and today we're going to freeze peppers. Now what I love about freezing peppers is it's one of the easiest things from the vegetable garden to freeze. All I need to do is chop it up the way I want to use it later and freeze it. Nothing fancy. I have two kinds of peppers today. I have Antohi, which is an Eastern European frying pepper. Tastes very similar to a banana pepper or a bell pepper. And I have poblano, which in its green form is called poblano, and if you dry it, it's called ancho. But we're not drying anything today. Now, all I have to do in order to freeze these is cut them up and put them in the freezer. Most vegetables need to be blanched in order to shut down the enzymes inside those vegetables that will make them get old even while they're frozen. But with these guys, nothing. So I'm going to prepare these. Now I have choices once I get them prepared. I can put them on one of the silicone pads on a baking sheet. This is an old one we have. We use it for all kinds of things. The nice thing about these is I can easily pick it up and pour it into a bag and then stick it in the freezer. Or if you don't have something like that, I just have a cookie sheet here with a piece of wax paper on it. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get my peppers prepped, stick them on here, slide this in the freezer, and then in a couple of hours, I'm going to take the frozen peppers off and stick them into freezer bags. It doesn't get any easier. These poblanos are a medium hot pepper. Some people consider them hot, some people consider them not hot at all. Depends on your preference for heat. I don't want any of the seeds from the pepper. I'm just going for the peppers themselves. I'm going to slice them into strips and I'm going to freeze them. The advantage to freezing them on a sheet, a cookie sheet, whether you're wax paper covered or silicone sheet covered, is that when it's time to use them, I can choose exactly the number that I want. I don't have to just deal with a frozen mass. Now sometimes I do, especially for the Antohi peppers, I know how much I tend to use them. I normally use them for a specific dish, and therefore I can freeze them in bags that are appropriate for that dish. And when it's time to do that dish, I just whip them out of the freezer and it's all ready to go. I don't have to do anything. I just throw them in and cook them. We're not sure exactly what we're going to be using the poblano for. We do have a jalapeno jelly recipe that we've used them for before. I have a few blemishes here that I'm taking off because I want my pieces to be perfect. And I can always chop those up again more later if I want to. I'm actually playing with different techniques here to see which one I like better for processing these. And you just need to work with your tools and your knowledge of cutting things up and decide how you want to use them. Poblanos are often used for making stuffed pepper dishes. So if I was going to stuff these, I would probably keep them whole. Some people I know prefer to leave the seeds in because they like that extra bit of spice. I admit, we're not wussies, but we don't like it too spicy. And I am sensitive to textures, so sometimes having seeds in something I find disagreeable. And done. That's all of our poblanos ready to go in the freezer. Now onto the antojis. There we are, all ready to go in the freezer. One runaway seed. A couple of hours from now, I'll pull these out and probably throw them into freezer bags with Ziploc tops. Squeeze all the air out as much as I can to keep them from getting freezer burn, but they'll be there when I want to cook a recipe. So I hope this is helpful to you. It's easy. It doesn't take hours and hours. Just a little veggie prep. If you don't have your own vegetables at home, there's been times when I've gone to the grocery store and they have had really, really nice batches of bell peppers or any other kind of pepper, super cheap because they got an overstock of them for some reason. I could buy those and do the same darn thing. The only kind of peppers that require any special processing are the ones that are only dried, like my espalettes, or pimento peppers, which require cooking and stuff like that. But we don't have any pimentos here. We just have the espalettes, which are dried and ground into powder, and peppers like these, which are eaten fresh or cooked. So keep on growing and keep on cooking. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.